President Trump is continuing to sell access to his White House. Trump allies who belong to his private Mar-a-Lago club are reportedly making decisions for the VA. Marvel Entertainment Chairman Marvel Entertainment Chairman Ike Perlmutter, a Palm Beach doctor named Bruce Moskowitz, and lawyer Marc Sherman were found to exert sweeping influence on policies concerning America's military veterans, according to a report by ProPublica. The report was based on hundreds of documents obtained through the Freedom of Information Act and interviews with former administration officials, ProPublica said. An informal council of 3 confidants of President Donald Trump, who have neither served in the U.S. military nor hold government positions, have exerted sweeping influence on policies concerning America's military veterans, ProPublica reported on Tuesday. All 3 men are members of Mar-a-Lago, Trump's private club in Palm Beach, Florida, according to the report. The trio spoke with officials from the U.S. Department of Veterans Affairs daily and reviewed all manner of policy and personal decisions, ProPublica said. Okay, so let me explain to you what's happening here. Donald Trump, when he became president, increased the amount of money it cost to be a member at Mar-a-Lago. I think it was $100,000, and he doubled it. Why did he do that? He did that because now the people who are already rich, already elitists that are members at Mar-a-Lago, now they can buy access to the White House and they can ask him for favors and he will deliver. And so if somebody is a member at Mar-a-Lago, well, he says, oh, do you want to have sweeping influence and basically control over entire government agencies? Sure. Take your pick, whichever one you want. You're paying me for access, so I will give you whatever you want. I'm going to say this again. This is now, the 4th time in this show alone that I've said this? Hey, media, here are your real scandals. This is government being sold to the highest bidder. This is corruption at the highest level. And they'd rather talk about Stormy Daniels. They'd rather, chase their own shadow when it comes to Russia. Here, look at this, man. We have direct evidence, clear information. People are paying money to get into Mar-a-Lago, and then Trump saying, hey, you paid me. What do you want? And let's also be clear about something else. This is from a guy who pretended to be anti-establishment and populist. What the fuck do you think this is? This is nothing but pro-establishment, pro-elitist. He's letting mega-rich assholes determine policy for government agencies. By the way, these are ideologues as well. So what do you think is going to happen? They're going to all be in favor of privatization. Why? Because they want to make money off of these government agencies. It's what we've seen every step of the way from Republicans. It's, let's privatize it because it will make it more efficient or something. No, it's just a scam. It's a ruse so that they can make profit off of these agencies. That's the ultimate goal. Again, if the media knew how to cover these issues, how to talk about the real scandals, I think Trump's approval rating would be like 25%. But instead, they don't know what they're doing, and his approval rating is about 50%, right? Where a normal president would be. And it drives me crazy because it's so easy to tear down his facade, his image. And honestly, I think a lot of the stuff they spend most of the time on helps him. I really do. I think when it's Trump versus the media and he just keeps shitting on the media over and over, and then the media keeps taking the bait and going further in the wrong direction, I think it helps him. Like every time Don Lemon clutches his pearls and does a segment, Mr. President, you've gone too far, sir, with calling the media fake news. I think that helps him. I do. So you can cover real shit and then get people on your side. It's not hard. I have people who voted for Trump or like Trump who will watch my criticisms of him and like those videos and then give him and say to me like, oh, you make a good point. Why? Because it's obvious I'm not coming from just a biased perspective. I'm analyzing what's actually happening and then breaking it down for people. And you could even agree or disagree with my analysis of it, but you know that I'm giving you the straight dope. You know I'm not, actively searching for things that I could use to sling mud. That's not the point. That's not the point. So there you go. You want to control a government agency? Go join Mar-a-Lago if you have the money. Go join Mar-a-Lago and, maybe you can get control of some federal agency and you can shake it down and make profit off of it. And you will realize very quickly that, again, these are American oligarchs. That's what this is. These are American oligarchs. They always make fun of, Russia with their fucking oligarchs. What the fuck do you think this is? $200,000 to join a club that President Trump owns, and then Trump turns around and gives you total control over government agencies. We have an oligarchy. Rich people just say, yeah, I'll have that, you have that. All right, we run all of society. Agreed? Agreed. Meanwhile, half of workers in America make $30,000 a year or less. 76% of Americans live paycheck to paycheck. 93,000 jobs were outsourced. Wages are declining. All the while, sell government to the highest bidder. It's a disaster.